Here's Brody Brazil.
I'm going to say that right now, Arizona Diamondbacks fans have one of the best ticket offers coming their way in all of baseball, maybe even in all of professional sports. This came out shortly after Thanksgiving. D-backs ticket news: you can go to all home games in 2024 for just $299. Now, I have to say, I'm familiar with other teams that have had similar offers and deals pitched to their fans in recent years. Sometimes it's for standing room only. Sometimes, in the case of the Oakland A's a handful of years ago, it also came with a 50% off of concessions and merchandise coupon. So there are some great season pass type deals to be had out there in the past, but this one is especially unique considering where the baseball team is at. Get tickets to every home game this season, 2024, for just $299 with the Ballpark Season Pass. That's 83 home games for $299. And I love that they keep it sub 300 just to make it seem that much sweeter, I'm sure, with taxes and fees, whatever. But $299. This includes exhibition games and big matchups with the Yankees, Cubs, Dodgers, Phillies, and more. Hurry, this offer is only available for a limited time. Buy directly through the MLB Ballpark app or online by clicking the Buy Tickets button above. This was shared on social media. I don't know if it was an email to season ticket holders or a cross-section of fans, but obviously the D-backs getting word out there that they have this pitch. My instant reaction, I mean, like I said, it's unique to this team because they were just in the World Series. You talk about wanting to go out and see the Phillies and the Cubs and the Yankees and whoever. Like, the Diamondbacks just represented the National League in the World Series. I know they were kind of a storybook team, but we'll talk about momentum and why this move might help the franchise moving forward in just a second. But that is an amazing price for any team for 81 or 83 home games, but especially a World Series team that was in the final round this past season. Yeah, maybe you have to bring binoculars. I'm imagining where these seats might be. No, you're not first deck. You're definitely not first row of anything. They're probably the worst seats in the ballpark, which, fine, are going to be way up there, way far away, but it gets you into the stadium on any date for any game that you wish. That's great flexibility. How many times on a whim do you look at the rest of the day and say, what am I doing tonight? Should I go catch a baseball game? You have that option. I think that option and that flexibility, knowing that you don't then have to go fight for a last-minute ticket, which might be a really high or really low price, depending on the situation, you don't even have to worry about that. You're already set for whenever you want to go. But I also think it needs to come with the realization that, yeah, you're spending $299 here for the entire season, but that by no means is your final price of spending for the entire year, unless you're bringing your own water bottle and food with you to the games and you're buying nothing else and you're going to take public transportation. Even that's going to cost you something. Like, you are inherently going to spend more at the ballpark. Food, merchandise, whatever is appealing to you in the moment, that is definitely going to happen. And also, $299 is for one person. Multiply that by a family of four, now you're in the $1,200 range, but $1,200, as you know, could easily be spent in just a few games, let alone all 81 of the regular season plus the 2 exhibition games. So let's do the math on that. $299 for 81 games. If you went to all 81 regular season home games, which not many are built for that. Only the right field Wills of the world at the Coliseum in Oakland are built for that. 81 games, that gets you $3.69 tickets per game for all 81 at $299 total. Even if you cut it in half, cut the season in half, the home games. If you went to 40 home games, that's still a lot. That's $745 a game. That's like a bridge toll here in Northern California. And if you went to 20 games on the season, which is a pretty respectable number, maybe an entire homestand of a favorite opposing team or a weekend series or whatever, 20 games, that could happen pretty fast. That's only 4 a month, let's say, 4 or 5 a month, $14.95 per game. That is an amazing ticket price, even if it is one of the worst seats in the building. We're not talking standing room only. We're talking actual tickets here, actual seats. And look at the average ticket cost in 2023 across Major League Baseball. I mean, literally to go to a Dodgers game, one Dodger game, that is the average ticket price. Some are well below that. Some are well above that. But the average ticket price for a Dodger game this past season, $209, which I also understand is not $299, but it puts things in perspective. A Yankee game, $186. A game at Fenway, $170. Even an Arizona Diamondbacks game from this past season, the average ticket price for one game, $90. Now, those might be relatively better seats, but this still gets you in the ballpark. And it just showcases what an offer this actually is. So here's why I love it. I gave you my first reactions a second ago. Here's why I'm all in favor of offers like this. Because number one, it brings the crowds. You're trying to create an environment for baseball games. And I do understand 81 home games at times is a bit monotonous. It's a lot of games on a lot of days in a row, including getaway days on some Wednesdays and some Thursdays, afternoon games that aren't well attended, or even games in the fall that oppose a Sunday football game. Like, it's hard to always pack the stadium. So this is almost guaranteed to help you with that. And it's also guaranteed to kind of help fill the stadium out. It's going to put more people in seats that normally otherwise would not be occupied. It makes it a little bit more electric for a team that's on the rise. They surprised so many people down the stretch last season. They need that momentum. They need this fan support. They deserve it just to get literally butts in the seats, right? This is a great thing for baseball. It's a good look for baseball just to have more people there and on their own terms. And if you're the baseball team, you're thinking, well, are we going to take a hit on this? Are season tickets going to go down because this is going to go up and we're not making nearly as much on this? Look, in my opinion, you're bringing people into the stadium a lot more than you normally would. They need to park. They want to get a jersey. They're going to get hooked by a promotion. They're thirsty. They're hungry. They want a lot of beer. I do. I mean, it's easy to go to a sporting event and spend at least the ticket price on food and merchandise and parking and everything else. In my opinion, there's a balance of this. You can't have everybody getting in at this price, and that's why they say tickets and options and availability was limited. They can't have everybody doing this, but they can have a decent amount of people doing this, and the money is definitely going to even out in the long run. I said flexibility. I know that's a huge part of it here in two ways. Number one, you get to see your favorites. You want to buy tickets to all three Angels games, like Mike Trout, if he's still on the team, is one of your favorites. Great. You get to go to all three Halos Diamondbacks games in Arizona next year because you got the pass. And again, the last minute opportunities. You want to go. You want to bring the family. It's almost, and I'll say it like this, our family has a season pass to the Oakland Zoo. It's great. You feeling like going to the zoo today or tomorrow? You don't even need to worry in advance about ticket purchasing and reserving anything. And maybe in this case, maybe there is a little bit of a season pass, like you have to notify them when you're going to go and how many people are going to go so they don't oversell tickets. Maybe there is something to that. But from what I understand, you can go anytime you want on your own terms, maybe even last minute. You and your friends have this season pass. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing in 2 hours? Saturday night. Let's go see whoever. And again, it gets you in the ballpark. Forget where the seats are at. And if you want to have a better viewing experience, if you want to sit in the first row, yeah, you can go splurge on that. But $299 over a 6-month season, you extrapolate the numbers, and I did it for you in terms of games. Like, this is all pretty affordable. And again, just to close, I realize the Diamondbacks are not the only ones doing this. Go ahead and put in the comments down below the other favorite ticket offer you've ever seen, or maybe the ticket offer that was your favorite that you purchased in on. I just thought, all things considered, coming off a World Series and coming off a stadium, which, they want to build attendance, they want to grow something here. I think it's very cool to spell it out this way, to do it right after Thanksgiving, and to catch everybody's attention. So, in my opinion right now, maybe the best at least in the conversation of being one of the best offers in tickets for fans in all of professional sports. And that goes to the Arizona Diamondbacks. You made it here to the end of the video. I appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so I can definitely see you back here next time.